There's a story I'm going to tell you about a fella that was in his 50s. He's an average fella. He believes in Jesus Christ. He goes to work every day. And a lot of times on Friday, if he'd get home a little early, he'd stop by one of the local establishments, have himself a drink of some sort. And he did this for months. It was a routine, somewhat of a routine. One day when he drove downtown, same old route, he didn't stop and park. He kept driving by. And he drove around town a little while, and before he knew it, he was parked outside of a church. He got out of his car. He went inside the church. And he sat down and he prayed for a while. Meditated. This is a routine for this fella. Now he goes there fairly frequently. Meditate. Pray. He's experienced a lot of things in the church there. He's got a few other places he goes to meditate, to pray, and things are happening. I'm going to tell you right now a short story. I'm going to tell you a few stories coming up in the next several weeks. I'm going to tell you some stories about my supernatural life. This particular story is about this man, and of course you can guess who it is. But on the way home from work one Friday, got the same thing in mind, as always. But on this particular Friday, he can't not think about stopping at the bank. He says, I probably need to pick up some cash for the weekend or for something. And he's driving along. It's a longer drive, 30, 40 minutes, 3, 4, 5 times. I better stop for cash. I need to get some cash. So he's like, well, I'd rather just keep going, but I guess I'll stop and get some cash. So he stops at the bank and grabs some cash. Heads downtown, goes to the church. Sits in a pew and meditates and prays like he would any other Friday. Well, sometimes, you can really get into meditating so much that it might seem like you're even sleeping a little bit, because your thoughts are very distant. And you're just sitting there soaking in the church. You're soaking in the presence of God. You're soaking in the light of Jesus Christ. And as I sat there, I was really getting deep into it. Getting deeper and deeper into it. And all of a sudden there's a tap on my shoulder. I look up, surprised, a little bit surprised. Like, yes, sir, can I help you? There's a gentleman standing there. He's maybe about 65. Taller gentleman. He says, sir, have you seen the minister? I give a glance around, though. I have no idea. You glance around methodically, like it meant something. It didn't mean nothing, but no, sir, I have not seen the minister. I'm in the middle of a church, several pews in. It wasn't easy to walk all the way up to me. He says, well, I meant to meet with the minister today because I'm going through some hard times. And I don't have much to eat. And he was talking about passing along a card, a little money card or something to me to get me by for the weekend. Well, I had heard some people around. I said, well, there might be some people upstairs. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, sir. I stand up, I reach my billfold, pull out some bills, and I hand him some bills. I said, go get yourself some food, good man. He accepts it, and he's very thankful and steps off on his way. So I sit back down. I said, thank you, Jesus. I'm feeling good about this today. I said, I'll tell you what. If there's anybody else in need out there, you send them my way. And I get back into my prayer. And lo and behold, I've been praying and meditating in my different spots for a long time. And it is very, very seldom that I run into anybody. And I may take the time myself to cross the room and initiate conversation with somebody, but nobody comes to me to talk, just to open up a conversation. So it was quite unusual to have this fella come to me out there into the pews, find me, tap me, let me know, hey, you needed help. So it was kind of a big deal to have him come there. But anyway, I get back to the praying, and I'm meditating, I'm praying, I'm working my way back in. I'm thinking, I'm visualizing being there with Jesus, visualizing, waiting for a message. But I'm telling Jesus, I said, you got somebody that needs help, you send them my way, because that's what I want to do. But I'm meditating on numerous subjects, and sometimes just sitting there waiting for a message. A lot of times I'm just praying, waiting for a message. That's it. So I'm back in. I'm pretty down in there. Could almost say might have been catching a few winks. Not really. There's another story that goes with that. I'll tell you that some other time. But all of a sudden, I hear some footsteps. They're coming out of nowhere. People come and go, here and there. I don't think much of it. But I realize they're coming towards me. And I look up, and there's a lady standing there, right in the same spot where the man was. And she says to me, have you seen the minister? And I got a chill. I'm like, ma'am, I ain't seen the minister, but he's a popular man. She says, oh. She says, I'm pregnant, she says, and I need to see a doctor, and he was gonna help me get some money to get around to my doctor appointments because I can't afford a car, and so I need a little money to take taxis back and forth, and he had told me he would help me out, but I cannot find him anywhere. Can't find a minister. I said, just a minute, young lady. And I stood up again a second time, and I pulled out the billfold and pulled out a few bills, handed them to her, and I said, get yourself a taxi, get yourself to the doctor. I'm like, damn. Good thing I stopped at the bank. Good thing I was told over and over to stop at the bank and get that cash. I'd be needing it today. I sat back down. She takes off, very thankful. I sit down this time and I'm like, okay, maybe there'll be 3. So I sit back down, I get back into it. I'm thinking back, right when I first stepped into the church, there was an older woman with a bag, and she come in and she'd walk by and she was checking out the recycling bins and whatnot. I'm like, maybe she was number 3. Maybe I missed that one. I missed the signals. Should have said something, maybe. But anyway, get back to prayer, meditation. So I'm down there for a while, sitting on sometimes I kneel, sometimes I sit. I was sitting this particular time, and I hear footsteps coming real quick. This is probably 5-10 minutes later. And this guy comes up to me quickly, and he stands right up by me, and he says, "Sir, was there a woman here to talk to you?" I said, "Well, yeah, there was a woman here come. She said she was looking for the minister." And he said, "Okay. Yeah, I guess she needed some money. She's pregnant and she needs some money to get back and forth to her doctor appointments." He says, "Okay." He says, "What did she do?" I said, "Well, I gave her a little bit of money. I gave her some money." He's like, "Okay, thank you, sir." And off he goes. So that's 3 people that come up to me while I was sitting there in the pew, meditating, praying. Nobody has come up to me in that pew in 8, 9, 10 months, year. I don't know how long it's been since I've been going there. I don't keep track. Nobody's ever talked to me in that pew before. Not of the living. I'll tell you more about the other stories later. As far as living people, nobody had ever communicated with me unless I approached them. And that day, there they were. I don't know what the story was, but I tell you what the story means. It means Jesus Christ is in action. Things are happening. And I know how some people feel about giving money to poor people, and you can't always guarantee where that money's going. Sometimes you'd rather give them food. I keep a little food in my car, usually all the time, and stuff that ain't gonna get bad. Ramen noodles, whatever. See somebody looking for money, whatever. Hey, you're hungry? Here, eat some ramen noodles, bottle of water, something. But very interesting, coincidental situation here. Happened to me, and I'm glad it happened. I'm not here to make a big deal of the fact that I'm giving money to people. That's not really the story here. The story is the coincidence of the people coming to me through Jesus Christ. And I am an average person, average in my religious attendance. I could probably go to church a lot more, but I have a deep faith in Jesus. And so, just the first of many stories I intend to tell you about my supernatural life. So keep an eye out for more, because frankly there's quite a few stories. And please hit like, Subscribe if you're interested in hearing more of these stories. And I look forward to telling you more. So, see you again soon.